Hi, today's video is on designing an Indian kitchen. I'm dedicating this to my mother, who I grew up watching cook up the most amazing food in the world. She used to write the cookery column for the Junior Statesman newspaper. Baking was her forte, and our kitchen was by no means inadequate. But I must say that the kind of transformations that I have seen in kitchen designs in these past 5 decades have really helped to systemize the modern kitchen, make it very user-friendly and very aesthetic. Today's home kitchen looks like a cafe. Before we jump into the design guidelines, let me introduce myself. I'm Monica Khosla Bhargav, founder and principal architect of Kham Consultants, an architecture and interior design studio. Now, the first step to designing your kitchen is to think about how are you going to use your kitchen. Think about how are you going to prepare and cook the food. How do you like to clear up afterwards? How would you like to entertain? What appliances and fixtures do you need? What are the must-haves and what are the nice-to-haves? What other activities can happen in your kitchen apart from those related to food? How about a sitting area with a TV, a place to keep your laptop for referring to a recipe or paying your bills? This is also something to consider in a kitchen space. Think about how your kitchen will relate to the spaces surrounding it. If it's an open kitchen planned as part of a dining or a living space, then what kind of an aesthetic does the kitchen present to people in these areas? How to design a kitchen? More like how are you designing your main living space? The second step is to create a plan of your kitchen space, both the floor and the wall plan. Measure your space, take your time and be accurate. Measure in millimeters if you're in India, because modular kitchen cabinets and appliances are sold here in millimeters. But for other countries, use the unit of measurement which is applicable there. Measure floor dimensions, walls, windows, niches, doors. Where does the water supply, drainage, gas supply come up from? And after that, start drawing up your plan. And once your plan is drawn, then check which design or which kind of a kitchen plan works for you. The kitchen plan is determined by the way the counters are designed. Counters are kept at a depth of 600 millimeter, and based on that, as well as the space available, kitchen shapes may be linear, L-shaped, parallel, U-shaped, G-shaped, kitchen with an island, or a peninsula kitchen. The aim of a great kitchen is to maximize counter space and storage and be a pleasure to use. So you can't have a refrigerator or let the storage come up between the counter space. In the 1940s, the concept of the kitchen work triangle was introduced to decide where to locate the cooking range, refrigerator and sink in an effort to get an efficient arrangement based around the activities of cooking, preparation and cleaning. Each leg of the kitchen work triangle must be 4 feet or more, but not more than 9 feet. Then again, if you add up the legs of the kitchen triangle, this should not be more than 26 feet. Now, the way we live and use our kitchens has moved on, not to mention the many appliances that have been added to our kitchen. So we need to integrate this into our kitchen triangle into a new model for designing our kitchens. The kitchen triangle is still valid. After all, we still have a cooking surface, sink and refrigerator, but we also have separate ovens, microwave ovens, dishwashers, recycling, more appliances. So the kitchen triangle has now expanded into something bigger, like a kitchen polygon. Then again, a lot of people in India also follow Vastu considerations like placing the burner in the southeast, the water in the northeast and storage in the southwest. They also prefer to face east while cooking. So these can also help to determine how you create your kitchen polygon. Let me share some important dimensions to keep in mind while designing your kitchen. Counters are 2 feet wide. I recommend a kitchen aisle width of 4 feet because generally in an Indian kitchen there's more than one person working. But if you're really tight on space and you work alone in the kitchen, then you can go down to 3 feet for the aisle width. And by doing this, you may also add a narrow row of shelves. Height of a kitchen counter is kept at 33 inches to 36 inches. If your kitchen has a breakfast table, then this is also going to be at this same height, which is higher than a dining table. Dining tables are 30 inches. So remember to buy the higher stools, the 2 feet high stools for counter eating. Remember that the kitchen appliances are big, so the kitchen doorway should be at least 3 feet wide. The kitchen door swing should not come in the way of appliances or work areas. Now here's a tip. If the door swing is taking up too much space, then you can go in for a sliding door or do away with the door altogether. Next, coming to the sink and cooktop clearances. Both the sink and the cooktop need clearances on both sides. Some people like to below the rotis on the left and some on the right. Another tip for very small kitchens is to have the drying rack above the sink rather than have the drain board on the side. Many kitchen guidelines specify that the dishwasher should be placed near the sink. This makes sense because it allows all the dirty dishes to be set down in one location near the sink and they can get pre-rinsed before getting into the dishwasher. What many other guidelines don't point out is that the location of the dishwasher in relation to the cutlery and crockery storage locations is also very important. It's a great advantage if you can unload the dishwasher and put away the cutlery and most of the crockery without walking too much. This is already quite a long video and I'm going to stop here, but obviously I have another part coming up. Food and kitchens are a very important part of the house and we have to go through this in detail, I insist. I will discuss appliances, storage, cabinetry material, countertops, wall and floor finishes, lighting, electrical points, exhausts, fans, ACs, all of this in my next video, so make sure you tune in. Meanwhile, please like this video, subscribe to my channel for all possible interior and architecture content, and drop me a comment to let me know what you want me to cover in the next videos. See you next Saturday.